Hey, what up, what up, what up? We're down at Richard's Majestic Studio Lot, and like any real deal movie exec can tell you, summer don't officially begin until Memorial Day. And if you happen to be here in the US, happy Memorial Day to you. With the sun almost turned 100, it means it's time to hit the streets, topless. And on today's ep, we're rolling in a striking modern day sports car that really knows how to flex. Introducing the Grotti Carbonizzare. Let's head down to the shop, strip the top, slap on the mods, and take this beauty through it for a cruise through the streets of Los Santos while we throw up some serious performance numbers. This is AMJ Custom Garage. I'm your driver, AMJ, and let's get to it. All right, and here we are down at the garage. Let's get to work. All right, here we are in the garage, and we got the Carbonizzare ready to go. Some of you probably know this is based on the Aston Martin V12 Zagato, as well as the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. Okay, so Abbott is already done. That leaves us with, I guess exhaust. Let's see here. We'll put on the dual exhaust. Those are the only options we've got. It's just two exhausts. Wow, all right. Done. Hood. Let's see here. We've only, again, got two options, stock and carbon. And I'm not going to go with carbon. Not a big fan of that. So the carbon hood, mentioned that before. It always looks like it's crashed up. So we'll leave that as stock. Lights. This is just okay. Respray. Spoiler. Wait, there's only two options. There's three options in here. And I kind of like the clean lines on this. I'm going to keep it honestly with the clean lines. So no spoiler. Suspension. That's it. What the hell? All right. Wow, that front wheel is sitting really, or the body's sitting really high on that front wheel. I think we might take this all the way down. I like the gap between both tires on competition, so we're going to go with competition. Transmission turbo wheels. Let's see here. High end, of course. And I've got well, those are stock. Huh, all right, I've got an idea of what I'm looking for. Those are kind of nice. Something with some spokes. Those are too many. That's kind of all right. Oh yeah. All right, we're going with the dash VPs right there. And I kind of like those in black too. Let's see. Can we paint them? Wheel color black. Yes, we can. Beautiful. Well, I mean the top's going to be down. No, we'll give them some light smoke. I don't think we need the limo. That seems to be too dark. We'll do the light smoke. Oh no, that's right, because the windows are probably going to remain up while the top is down. So actually, I think we'll leave that as none. Okay, my bad. So I actually noticed that while I was outside, the windows actually automatically roll down when the top comes off. Cool touch there, nice touch there. So I actually came back inside off camera, tinted the windows, and that price will be reflected in the spec sheet. All right, let's get back to the review. While the top is down. So actually, I think we'll leave that as none. Down to respray, primary. I want to do something a little different on this. I have seen metals. I have seen this category for a long time, and I have been wanting to paint something in this, and I think this car is striking enough, handsome. This is a handsome car, and it is striking enough that we can leave the gold on there and it'll still look good. So literally all we did was put on exhaust, put on some tires, rims and tires, and lower the suspension. Awesome sauce. All right, let's get out to the street and see what this looks like. All right, here we are outside, and look at it. Even in gold, as ostentatious as it is, this is still a stunning looking car. It's fabulous. And see, I really think that spoiler would have broken up that rear end. I just love it the way it is. When we run it, maybe we'll put the top on and you can see the actual lines. But anyhow, look at the rims, the black rims. I might have these on my Dominator, I can't remember. I know that it's got the alloy lip around it. Kind of not feeling that. I wish Rockstar would just make a solid black rim, but either way. Speaking of, I'm a bit pissed that there's no customization for such an amazing looking ride. I mean, there was nothing in there. You saw, so there's not much really to talk about as far as customization designs. All right, let's open everything up and see what it looks like inside. So, first of all, I should have probably had the roof up so you could see it come down, but this is a folding hard top. You can see the roof is inside. You still got a little bit of trunk space underneath the folding top. And then if we come around, we've got the engine inside. Air filter, valve covers. They're not even paintable. I'm surprised by that. Nice little strut bar across the top, support bar across the top. It's all right. It's good looking. As I understand, this is a bit of an older vehicle, and that's why there is very little customization for it. But I don't know. I think they could have done a little better. Love the doors here. Although they are two-tone. I love the modeling on the doors, not the texture. Definitely not the fact that it's two-tone. I didn't really think about that before when I painted it, but oh, and the mirrors are... All right, back up. The mirrors are carbon fiber. I didn't see anything about the mirrors. I don't recall doing that, and I thought they were red prior. I'm gonna have to look into that. That's very odd. Okay, let's take a look inside. Guess I could have gotten in on the passenger side. So, first things first, we'll start with the dash cluster. Far left is the RPMs, and can't really see, but looks like that's about a 7 maybe. It's not bad. There is the brake indicator and the headlights. Far right we got the fuel and the temperature, and in the middle of course is the speedometer. This is actually the first time I've seen a dashboard that actually changes. The little monitor here changes with whatever music you're listening to. I've got the music off so you can't hear it, but you can actually see that it is changing. iFruit radio, that's a nice touch there, Rockstar, especially in a car that you've got lacking. Oh, and this interior is definitely lacking. It does look old. The front seats look nice, but the door and the back seats, they just look old. And I have never owned a Ferrari, so I cannot say that they do or do not, but I definitely don't think there are any cup holders in a Ferrari, especially holding 2 cups of coffee. Shut up, I'm making a YouTube. So, all right, that is that. Let's throw the roof on. Oh, that is a weird sound. That is a weird sound they threw in there. I like it though. All right, let's get down to Los Santos and throw up some Grease Lightning numbers. Quick review, quick mod, quick car. All right, here we are down at the Los Santos River. Line this up. What we're doing down here is we are going to do a Grease Lightning run. The Grease Lightning is a drag run of sorts, straight line for the most part. There's a couple left and rights in here, but it's a flat surface, no hills, no bumps, no cross traffic, no kids playing ball in the street. Once you get down to the far end, there's two barrels, you cross them, that's the finish line. So here we go, 3, 2, 1, mark. Great acceleration there. Man, I really wish I could see the 0 to 60 in some of these rides. That felt quick, that felt fast. We're picking up speed, already down through the first tunnel, or the first overpass, under the bridge now, under the train bridge. Sounds like we're out of gears. Oh, no, my bad. There's one in there, one more in there. This is the double arches here, 2/3 of the way already done. Last turn here. Coming up under the overpass, there are the barrels, and across the line. All right, that was a quick run. I'm impressed with that. I can't wait to see what the numbers are. In the meantime, though, let's get down to the pier. It's time for the slalom. All right, we are down at the pier. There we go for the slalom. Just finished the Grease Lightning, and I gotta say I was highly impressed by the quickness, the speed this ride drops. So here we go. All right, like I said, we're here for the slalom. What we're gonna do here is run up in between the poles, get to the far end of the parking lot, spin it, slalom all the way back down, get to this side, power hard up on the right-hand side, get to the far end again, and spin it one last time, back through and across the line. All right, 3, 2, 1, mark. Nice, easy start. A lot of slip on the pier here because it is that slippery surface. Oh, that was a little wide there. Got to get back into shape. All right, spin it hard. Go, 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 go. Wow, okay, so this is very difficult to maintain consistency. Last set of lamps here, and across the line, did it backwards. Great run. Let's get down to Zancudo and let's get to the brake test. Here we are back into Fort Z for that everyone's favorite brake test. Oops, a little out there. Line this up against the wash. There we go. Okay. Name of the game here is we're going to run from this set of blue lights all the way down to the other end of the runway where there is another set of blue lights just like this. Once you get to them, hit the brakes as hard as you can, stop as short as you can, and be crowned the winner. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, mark. No wheel spin as to be expected. Nice to have the grip back from the slalom. That was the first 30 right there. It's already down. We are coming up on the second 30. There they are. That is the halfway for the runway. This car is quick. There are the blue lights coming up and stop. We might now have a new champion. We're gonna have to look. I'm not sure where the Ocelot Virtue stopped. We're gonna definitely have to overlay that. But we are, right in the safe box, at the edge of the safe box. I did not expect that at all. All right, that was fantastic. Let's get down to Rogers for the cannonball run. All right, here we are down at Rogers Salvage and Scrap, and we're taking the Carbonizzare straight up through the center of downtown Los Santos, right up the spine of the city. There's going to be some ramps, some jumps in there, as long as the straightaway. We're going to hit the hill climb, have some twisties, some turns, come down on the backside, hit the follow through, and then into Stab City. That is our finish line. This is the cannonball run. 3, 2, 1. Mark. This is going to be a nice easy run. It's fun to do. It's been going great. Really love this car. It is very surgical. And it goes where you point it. I love it. First right. That was a little wide. Nicely handled. Our left. Didn't even slow down too much. Great. All right, here we are to the spine of the city. Perfect. Hauling cheeks right now. Coming up on D's ramps. That's the first one. Oh, that's number 2. Had to slow it down. Too much traffic there. That's all right. That's 3. And let's see if we can clear the intersection on number 4. Oh, almost. Little more than halfway. Out of town. Geico corner. Yeah, they've changed it up. They usually turn left. I'm turning right now. Up the hill. Doing great. Uh-oh. Got that SUV in the way. Perfect. Out the way. We are now out of the city, coming up to the top of the hill. Most of the danger's out of the way now. Take it on the shoulder on the other side. That was the top of the hill. We are on the way down now. Into the S's. Here we go. Hey, that car looked familiar. You hear that acceleration right there. Blind man's curve. Speaking of hearing, I'm going to shut up for a second so we can listen to that exhaust note. That was a high revving exhaust note. Beautiful. All right. That high rev. Love it. Down into the follow through. I get the feeling we're making excellent time today. Oh, there's the refinery. Last leg of the run. It's nice and clear back here. Don't you dare turn left. He did anyways. I love me some Sprunk. Railroad. Up and over the river. Final turn into Stab City and across the line. All right, that run was fire. Let's get to final thoughts. Let's wrap this review up. The Grotti Carbonizzare is an amazing entry-level ride, and that's no slight. The performance Grotti delivers in this sub-$200,000 sports car rivals what other automakers reserve for their high-performance trims. The Carbonizzare is fast and precise, with just enough swagger to turn heads, but never enough to draw jeers. With its striking lines and subtle curves, it's a modern sports car that balances presence and restraint. Its growl loud enough to embarrass Godzilla, yet keeps its design simple, sensible, and clean. No excessive folds in the body panels, no fins, no chamfers, no canards. Even the spoiler is mild-spoken and unoffensive. This is the type of ride you roll topless to the country club, then rip a burnout in the parking lot when it's time to go home. Just enough excitement to raise your heart, but not enough to stop it. An easy, everyday use, 3-star wanted level whip. Time to find that next ride. All right, that's it. That's the end of the review. And if you made it this far, thank you so much. If you can do some of those YouTube things of like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that stuff helps the channel out, but even more, it's greatly appreciated. Now, on to the hint for our next ride. It hails from a small, boot-shaped country from across the Atlantic that is known for producing some of the most wicked rides you have ever rolled. But until then, I'll catch you in the mean streets of Los Santos. Later.